When our first guest heard about the Syrian refugee crisis, he stepped up to the plate to help. Putting up $1.5 million of his own money, he rescued more than 200 Syrian refugees. He is currently the CEO of Danby Appliances, and he's been my friend for more than 20 years. His name is Jim Estill, and he's here to share his story with us. Jim, welcome to Daytime.
Well, thanks for having me.
I love the fact that we've been friends for so long. We met at a book club 20 years ago.
Yeah, I only did that so that I could get on television.
You had it all thought out, but
Yeah,
you are that way. Very successful. I want to talk briefly about your personal story. You started by selling computers out of the back of your car.
I did. I was an engineer and needed a computer to do some circuit board design and got a better deal if I bought two. So I bought two and sold one and then sold another two. And I built that to $350 million in sales and sold it and then ran the company that bought mine from $800 million to $2 billion.
Isn't that something? Now you're currently the CEO of Danby Appliances.
I am.
And you're enjoying that.
I love it.
Thinking of all sorts of creative ideas and making the world a better place.
That's what it's all about.
So you have used what you have learned in business and applied that similar model, I'm guessing, to help organize bringing, you say, 51 families now to Canada.
Yeah, we've brought in 51 families. We have 7 more families that we've been authorized and cleared on. And I will look at bringing more in. But it is organized like a business. I have a director of jobs, director of food, director of transportation, director of health, and most important, director of mentorship. And so every family is assigned an Arabic-speaking mentor family and 4 or 5 English-speaking mentor families. And then we have checklists to say, get your health card, but then things that wouldn't you get the library card, ride the bus with people, show people where, how to ride the bus. And sometimes that takes 2 or 3 times. It's basically they're mentors to help people through a hard time and to help them gain independence.
Now, what will it look like for you to know that this project of bringing these families over was a success?
Well, real success is families that work, pay taxes, support themselves, and the first is to come to safety. So they've got the safety ticked. They need to speak English because I think happiness depends on it and adjustment with some degree of integration. So that's what real success is. Failure for me would be families that ended up on welfare.
And I noticed, I was watching some of your interviews, and I noticed that you have been giving some of the individuals a 90-day trial period to work at Danby Appliances.
Oh, yeah. I will hire any refugee on a 90-day trial. And a large part of that program, we call it Ease into Canada, is an ESL focus. So we do lunch and learns, which is ESL. We have ESL tutors. We do English word of the day. We do assigned training. So you have to do half an hour on Duolingo or Mango Language or watch English-speaking television.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're not just bringing them here and say, well, welcome to Canada, you're on your own. You're really helping them to become successful individuals themselves.
That's what we're trying to do. Help them through a hard time and help them launch and help them be independent. It's not success if we have to have someone driving them everywhere and doing everything for them a year from now. You want them to be able to figure out how to do their own things. And they're starting from zero, building a new life.
And how did you become this man that you are? I know that a lot of it had to do with your parents. And you say your dad gave you the value of work ethic and your mom gave you the value of courtesy. How are you applying that in this situation?
I do credit my parents with a lot of this. When I was young, my parents actually sponsored, or we had 2 Ugandan refugees stay at our house.
Oh!
And as a child, and you have to look at what year that was, I wasn't real thrilled because, of course, then I had to move back in with my brothers to the bedroom. But I did come to become very good friends with them, and they really were good people, and they had success in life. And I realized later how brave my mother was, because these were 20-year-old men or 25-year-old men. Single men living with my family and my mom, who was a stay-at-home mom, while Dad and the boys are all off at school and work.
Oh my goodness, so you had experience with this at a very young age. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but of course it wasn't done on the scale, and I wasn't doing it. I was just sort of on the sidelines.
Yes, but speaking of scale, you are always a big thinker, and I can't let you go without talking about some of your success habits. What would you say is a #1 success habit that helped you to become who you are today?
Well, the #1 success habit is to have success habits. Because
that's good.
We're the product of what we repeatedly do, and that's what Aristotle said many, many years ago. So what you do every day, you can totally see it, especially the older you get. So I go to a class reunion, I can tell who sat on the couch and drank beer every night and tell the ones that went to the gym every night. But most of my success habits are tiny, like small. I have some of those push-up things in my closet at work. When I hang up my coat, I just do a few push-ups. It's not a big deal, but it's just enough. I remember, it's not even enough to work up a sweat. Well, another one that is the easiest one is I never shower without breaking a sweat first.
Right, I remember that.
And that one's, again, easy to do because I can do that in 6 minutes. It's not, you don't have to run for an hour.
I love what you said because it just reminded me of Jim Rohn quote. It's easy to do, easy not to do.
Right.
So you implement, it's easy to do, so I'm going to do this. And I like the one story, we only have about 15 seconds left, and you were talking about you have a chair where you will only focus and you won't drink or eat in this chair, you will just read.
That's exactly right. And I've got my pen and my Post-it notes and everything ready to read.
Oh my goodness. And your blog that people can sign up for?
www.jimestill.com.
And I recommend reading his blog. I read it all the time and it inspires me. And let me tell you, up next we have Global Pet Foods. We'll be right back. I do love your blog. It's so easy to